I should say good afternoon now. I intended to start this live earlier, but my phone started ringing. I guess I can take the glasses off for a little bit. My phone started ringing. I started getting texts and emails, and oh, these are my notes for today's live and my talking points, information, direct quotes, and I'm just waiting on a few people to get in here before I start. If nobody comes in soon, I'll go ahead and start. Once I get everybody in, it's what I want to start talking about Asia Degree. It's wonderful news, you guys. I mean, I guess for her family, friends, loved ones, neighbors, everybody that wondered if their child was at risk. Hey, Bama Cats! Welcome, babes. Welcome. It's awesome news. I don't know. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me good, and two, if you've heard anything about updates from this month as recent as February the 13th on Asia Degree's case. The one I showed you guys where they issued the search warrants on the properties in Shelby, right up the road from me. The case that Valentine's Day, February the 14th, the day after this stuff occurred. Oh, y'all, I've got the news article with direct quotes from detectives and deputies and everything else. So you have heard all the updates. And, that they said it was a deathbed confession. Lie. La, la, la. Mr. Teddy, the lawyer, doing what lawyers do. But yeah, I was very surprised at the direct quotes. Let me make sure that I have the chat set, you guys. Okay, to where it's showing all, because it's just saying top messages, and that means it won't show everybody that tries to send a message. Can you hear you? Yeah, I heard updates. Well, I'm going to go over the updates. I went and got some direct quotes and direct statements from investigators and detectives on this case. And y'all, it's bad. Logic here said, hey, Grandma, I don't know who that is because Jeremiah don't call me Grandma, and that's the only grandchild I got. But whoever you are, hey. And if I know you, tell me how I know you. Anyway, unless you're just calling me an old lady and I'll answer to you. But so I wanted to give some headlines just to break down last 48 hours and things for us to discuss. So I'm gonna start and I'm gonna skip around. I'll probably uh, do the Trump stuff last. Uh, oh, girl, Bama, if you've not heard the updates and you've been following this case like I have for 24 years, I cried. Tears of joy and happiness for that family. As a mother that's lost a child, no parent ever should lose a child, first of all. But to lose a child and not know how or why, and if they're ever coming home, that has to be the hardest thing ever for a parent. And my heart and soul goes out to those parents. And when I said, let me say this, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm probably going to beat it to death like a dead horse or whatever, but you know what? So be it. I don't care. I don't care. Because I mean what I'm saying. Michael Monkey Vaughn's mom, I don't know if any of you guys caught who. I almost went live afterwards, but I had to get myself together because I'd have got banned from YouTube for life. I'm not even sure whose channel it was on, but she was on there with that dude, that Wondra dude. I don't even want to say his name. That Puffy Pufferton, Creepy Creeperton, and Brandy, Michael Vaughn's mother, Brandy. Girl, my heart and soul goes out to you, and you are my hero. And I mean that. First of all, everything that woman's ever done, there's no what to expect, but it screams a mama that wants her child back and that doesn't know what happened. It screams innocent mother that just wants her baby back. And I bring her up because one, that live stream where she was on there, I'm gonna lean over because tell me when to go. Okay, let me get the do not disturb on if y'all can let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments if I'm still connected or if YouTube's kicked me out. First of all, let me start out this right quick. I want to give my and honor to God. I ain't no play for YouTube or nothing else. I have rededicated my life. It's changed me for the better, I hope. I just want to say, won't he do it, y'all? And I apologize for going in and out. There's a delay. Uh, let me see if I can fix this. I'm trying. Okay. Usually, this one spot gets. I'm supposed to have 5G, but it's coming down snow out here, so it may affect it. Hopefully, it'll get better. Anyway, so let's see. First of all, let me say, give it up to God. I got a phone call. One, I lost the seller, the buyer for the house, because the mortgage company, and I'm going to get into that and tell y'all about it when I'm free to. I can't say everything right now because it might end up hurting me worse. Backed out. I was at the lowest of low. Less than 3 weeks to figure out what to do. This Friday, power and water gets cut off, and I have nowhere that I can take the dog with me to go. And I know that may sound lame to some people, whatever. But anyway, got a phone call right after I announced the live. Got an email about Asia Degrees case. Got a phone call and a firm offer, paperwork, and monies Friday afternoon. So please pray that it works out and goes through. If everything works out within the next 6 months, I'll have my camper, I'll have a car, I'll have my work from home job, and be able to travel around, coming to a town near you. You guys that have been there and supported me, and I might not be able to do a lot. Maybe I can just cook you a meal and say hey and thank you for being there. But that's my goal. Um, my best friend's gonna roll with me on the first road trip. Uh, and right after that, I had a friend that a week ago tomorrow had viral pneumonia, type A flu, and so much fluid on their heart and pressure and stress on their heart from fighting those at their age that they coded. They died on the way to the hospital. They were revived. They were on a ventilator for 3 days. They called me. They're off the ventilator. 68 years old. Won't he do it? And prayers for him, please. Also, one of my good friends, she's 39 years old, 3 children. And that's right, ma'am. One step at a time, but I got to give the glory to God because without Him, none of this would have happened or would be possible. She has a seriously rare brain disorder it's kind of like MS and Lou Gehrig's disease mixed together. I want to do an interview with her. If you guys are interested, let me know. Anybody that actually go me goes into detail on talk until a link and never had in the chat. Which do y'all want to hear about first? Well, I'm not going to waste time that we might get cut off to do that. I'm just going to run through my notes real quick. I may have to turn on the brighter lights so I can see. Makeup, no fillers, no nothing. Okay. It should be working again, Bama. It just keeps going in and out, and I'm doing the absolute best I can. I have it in the spot where I usually consistently get a strong signal. It's the best I know to do. So I'm going to try to run through all this real quick. So, in entertainment news, we've got ASAP Rocky found not guilty on all charges. Will he sue ASAP really for false accusations and everything else and damage to his reputation and career? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But on both counts, he was not guilty. One juror apologized. I don't know what to. We'll try to get through it quickly and get the info out. We'll try to get through it quickly and get the info out. I may have to end the live stream. This is really frustrating me. Please, guys, stay with me. I hope you don't leave. I swear YouTube does this on purpose. Not only do you got to pay to play now, YouTube, but I'm trying to do your little phone thing that you got me doing, and y'all still find a way to send it to me. I'm going to keep trying to get the angle where it says I got one bar. That's the best. Any other time. Anyway, so in entertainment news, further after ASAP Rocky, well, he's found innocent on all charges. Him and Rihanna hugging, great, yada yada yada. Suge Knight says that Ray J was involved with the unaliving of Whitney Houston, and that Ray J told him that he has recordings of Snoop Double G saying that he was involved in the Tupac unaliving. Also, information has come out to do some accusations about Reggie Miller Jr., who was head of security for Suge Knight. Again, these are all allegations. And let me say this, a lot of people may not know this, but Suge Knight's not happy that Snoop Dogg purchased Death Row Records. He's been besmirching his name since then. So take that with the grain of salt it's, delivered with. That's my coffee. Okay. Let's see. I said I was going to skip all the Trump stuff I got and come back to it. And there's a lot. I got some questions, something, but I want to get to the Asia degree stuff. Because let me tell y'all, the tea is popping hot. Yep, ma'am. Ray J was in that room. Okay, Whitney passed Ray J's sister Brandy a note at an interview where Clive Davis was present, and it was out right below that. That's crazy. I can't fathom that. I cannot fathom having a party a couple floors below where my son's laying and getting taken and whatever by the coroner and all that. It definitely was in poor taste. At the very minimal, Clive Davis. Anyway, that's just my opinion. And like I always say, opinions are like bungholes and everybody's got one and they all stink. But anyway, I want to get on to the Asia degree and then we'll talk about government waste and airplanes and wrecking boats and stuff. Okay. In other entertainment news, real quick, Cassie is pregnant. Cassie, P. Diddy and Cassie is preggo with her third child. She announced, and I believe it was late yesterday afternoon, and it's her first son. As a survivor myself, I think we should all pray for this lady. The very minimal, she's going to be very pregnant in May when the P. Diddy trial commences, and get her lawsuit, the documents that were filed, the statements that were made, the videotape that came out. I'm pretty sure she's going to testify. And those of us that are here in this chat that are females, or those of you that are fathers, also sisters, aunts, whatever, we all know that during the time of pregnancy, extra stress is not a good thing. Pray for the uncle because they're always innocent. Okay. Uh, there's a Kiki Wyatt interview out with Usher, and when she asked him a question about who and when was his first kiss, I mean, it's supposed to be an innocent, like you're probably 5 to 10 year old range, and your high school, you're like your first boyfriend or girlfriend, or like if you're me, the preacher's son. But anyway, he wigged out. Like it was the weirdest reaction I ever saw. Not making any allegations. It was just an odd reaction. It struck me funny. You guys go watch it. Let me know what you think in the comments. It was just odd. She moved on from it real quick and went on to the next question. Just, it was just weird. Okay, now, Asha Degree. Can we say whoop whoop? I predict that within the next, I'm going to say 90 days. We did 24 years now. I could give myself 120, but I'm going to say I predict within the next 90 days, we see movement in this case towards an arrest, if not an arrest. I'm going to tell y'all why. Put y'all speed sacks on, light your smokes up if you got them, smoke them, whatever they may be, whether it's the legal, whether it's illegal 420 to illegal 420 or a ciggy. Put it in the air because you're going to need it for this one, y'all. I hope YouTube don't cut me out because it's about to get real. We down to 2 people in the chat. Fine, whatever. Anyway, I started out. Please forget to like, subscribe. Those who like to be a member. That's associated with the channel. All of those links are in the description box under each and every live stream and video and short that I do. Also, Cash App, PayPal, the little down there if you want to make a donation. Great. Still working. Haven't. September was my last YouTube check, and it says that I've got $85 and some change, which means that I have to make right at 30 to get that other 15. Because YouTube now takes 45 cents out of each dollar. So if somebody sends me $1, YouTube gets 45 and I get 55 cents. And then you got to pay tax on that. But anyway, I digress. Let's talk about Asha Degree. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. It's free to watch. It's free to watch videos. It's free to hit the thumbs up. It's free to subscribe. It's free to share. That's all I'm saying. So, and I know that's right, Bama. I know that's right. You are still here. Okay. Asha Degree. I'm skirting around because I'm trying to get myself together because I don't want to get emotional in that way. Okay. On February the 13th, 2025, warrants were issued for 3 cell phones belonging to 3 separate members of who? The Dedmond family. If you guys will remember, near the end of 2024, that is Roy Dedmond. Now that I showed you guys the one that owned the segregated school, that's him. Okay, and Oh my gosh, Mama, are you okay? Do you have lights and water and food? Do you need help or anything, babe? And where are you at that you're snowed in right now? We just now getting it. I hope you ain't got what we getting. Hope it ain't gonna be that bad here. And y'all don't let me forget to tell you how to, if you're a Straight Talk person, how to get a $10 discount on Straight Talk. Get the Walmart Plus for free with everything that goes with it. Plus $10 Walmart gift card. It's like Walmart Cash because it's already in your payment thing. Um, when you sign up that way. Like I ended up paying $8 difference in my plans and going up two plans with Straight Talk. If anybody's interested, just let me know. But anyway, awesome, awesome. Bama, we will be praying for you, baby. You've got food, you've got water, you got heat, you got all that kind of stuff. You're good. There's a lot going on in that area of Tennessee. You are welcome. We're supposed to be family. Ain't that what family do? But there's a lot going on. I get the TBI bulletins. And I'm telling you, those SA type busts that's going on, those stings, it's been happening. Y'all look at it. Look at when Summer went missing and look at when all those stings started. Don goes to Kingsport, Don goes to Nashville. Heller. Oh, the fur babies will keep us warm, won't they? And all they want from us is love and food. Mine don't even want shelter. She just wants love and food and gets mad and pouts at me. She don't know. Nobody tell Pepper. Pepper doesn't know that she's not a person. She thinks she's like, a person. She talks to me. She talks straight shit to me. I promise you. Not bark either. It's like and when she gets real mad, she says mama and no. Ooh, and it's plain. It ain't no me wanting it to. But anyway, back to Asia Degree. So we talked about that he had the daughters. There were some accusations made about that being the daughter's car. The car that was on the rollback was taken from behind the White House. That's rented out to somebody now, but one of the daughters used to live in. Just to catch y'all up. And they executed search warrants on all properties that were owned by the Deadmans. Did they? But on the Asian case, if you guys will, remember that because I did, and if I'll see if I can link the past live stream I did when we went over her whole timeline from back when she got abducted on Valentine's Day. And all the updates. And it's amazing. I don't know if anybody really realized this, but if you go straight across from the Deadman, the brick house, if you go straight across the road and through that tree farm field and everything, that's out, or the produce stand, whatever it is, you go straight across through there, you'll come out at that upholstery house and at that shed where they found the items from her purse, the candy wrappers, the hair bow and such. Yeah, sure enough. And where they found her book bag in Morganton, North Carolina, Burke County, right near where I was working and living. And when I say right near, spitting distance from the front door of Sagebrush Steakhouse. And I could have took about 10 steps and rolled down the hill and landed where they were digging and found the book bag when she went, when they found it. And that was some years later. Um, I think 15. One was 15 and one was 13. And that's the two daughters that are referenced in this paperwork I'm about to read y'all about. But that book bag was found on the route that would have been taken. It's a lot. It's going to tell you in my It's a lot. It's going to tell you in my opinion, IMO. IMO, allegedly in my personal opinion, the evidence and what's stated in this article and direct quotes from investigators and detectives on this case, this is some real damning stuff, you guys. And it was shortly enough, the statement that was made, and part of what I'm about to read to you that was alleged and made, and polygraphs and everything else and statements behind that from others were enough to obtain warrants to search Mr. Dedman's residence, the rental residence that the daughter used to live in, the currently owned nursing home, the past owned nursing home, the wife's residence currently, and I believe there was another place that was searched, but I don't want to misquote, but I know for a fact all those were searched in 2024. So, okay. So, on February the 13th, 2025, warrants were issued for 3 cell phones, each of which belonging to one of 3 separate members of the family. So, 3 people's cell phones got took by the popo the day before the 25th anniversary of Miss Asia going missing. Hallelujah, her name up to heaven. The Lord is going to see. And our parents, just like Brad, they still hold a walkathon for her every year. They still have a sign that they pay for her. They waited 19 years to move, and they were going under contract the day she was reported missing. They were supposed to meet with the realtor that day to purchase a house, and they didn't. And they chose not to. And what the mother said in the interview that I watched back then, because I remember my kids were the same age, and as a mom, it really touched my soul. She said, "We're not moving. My daughter wouldn't know where to find us." They didn't move for 19 years. 19 years. From a duplex apartment that they had to rent instead of buying a home. I don't, I mean, you know, yes, ma'am, you saw the new picture of her parent. Amen. Mama, it ain't a joke. It ain't, I mean, this is something really close to my heart because like I said, where the book bag was right there. Where she was missing from is maybe, well, okay, when I normally drive it, I can make the drive about 27, 28 minutes. But if I go like you're supposed to, it takes you about 35. Hey, true crime, if you hadn't heard, buckle up your belts and grab your drawers. Letting the story go, not letting it die, keeping their name out there and on the lips. This is proof that it matters. That's in my opinion. Okay, so 3 cell phones. February 13th, 2025, warrants were issued for 3 cell phones. They were as follows. Okay, for 3 members of the Dedman family of Shelby. The sisters, Sarah Dedman Capel, Lizzie Dedman Foster, and the father, Roy Dedman. Okay, all 3 just this past week on the 13th, the popo said, "Give me your phones." Y'all might have to give me a second. I'm going to have to go blow my nose. I apologize, but I just can't do this to y'all. It's not fair. So give me about 30 seconds. I'm not going to flash you. I got pants on today, y'all. Well, shorts, but same difference. I'll be right back. Hold that thought. Oh, it gets better. I have some direct quotes, and they're letting the cat out. Yes, Roy is still alive, mama. And hunty, the tea is piping hot because I have direct quotes from text messages for y'all. between the girls about Roy and each other. And it wasn't a day it led to. I have the name of who said it and what they had results for every that took one. And those that refused. Stay with me. Grab your coffee. I'm going to blow my nose. Be right back. Give me 32 seconds or less. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. I think it's wonderful news. And amen is all I want to keep saying. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? I'm just so blessed and thankful right now, you guys. I'll be right back. Oh, Suzuki. Oh, my face. I'm just bringing the old road TV. Oh, real quick. I hope you guys can hear me. If you can, great. Anybody that can hear me or that watches this broadcast, real quick. Sorry to put this into my Asia degree, but it's really urgent. Or to me personally, it's urgent. Off the roll of TP. That way I don't got to go again. Anyway, sorry to interrupt that with this, but it's kind of important. It's anyway. Anybody that either has or knows someone that has a loan or mortgage through Mr. Cooper, Rushmore Management Services, or Netstar, please email me. Oh, honey, they gonna just wait till I tell you, Bama, what's really going on there. You gonna be surprised. I was shocked. They been on it more than we realized. It wasn't just a car, and it wasn't the car. According to what the statements it was given, the car is not what sent them there. Okay, let me just give you the document information that I have. Okay, so once again, let me recap. February the 13th, the day before the 25th anniversary of Asia Degree going missing, three separate warrants were issued for three people's cell phones. Those people were as follows: Sarah Dedmond Capel and her sister Lizzie Dedmond Foster and their father Roy Dedmond. What's up, Jerry? How you doing? I have missed you being here. Now, that's just the tip, you guys. Let's really get to the nitty gritty. Okay, so in September 2024, Thad, Thad, Mellentine, and I swear that's the truth, Mellentine, Mellentine. Now, this is not alleged. This comes directly from several news articles out of Shelby as well as public record police reports and documents filed. You know, when you file a warrant and it's not sealed, those things that are on the warrant are open to the public. And again, I apologize, but we are in the middle of a snowstorm, so if it goes in and out, please stick with me, you guys. Okay, so Thad Mellencamp told detectives in September of 2024 that he used to party with killing me. Somebody does not want me to get this info out, y'all. It's knocking me off. It cannot be. It's ridiculous. Straight talking going off when we get done. Okay. According to the printed that I pulled this out of, sobbing and bawling. And he heard her say, again, quote, I-K-I Asha degree, end quote. Crystal, why are you tagging 6 up? I noticed that, Bama. Every time I'm about to give some information, it kicks me offline. Okay, so, and, okay, so he says that Lizzie and Sarah were at a house party with him in the mid 2000s, and he saw Lizzie Dedmon sobbing and bawling. Thad, Thad, Mellencamp is his name. And that he heard Lizzie say to her sister, quote, up, end quote. The detectives in September of 2024 gave Thad Mellencamp a polygraph, and he passed it. Now, that's not all. Let's get to the opinion part, okay? So, from those cell phones, the detectives pulled text and phone calls and everything else. And around the time in 2024, September 2024, when the warrants were getting served and all the stuff was going on, these nincompoops, and I said it because in my opinion, they were dumb. You know they looking at you, and you going to hear that from what I'm about to tell you. And you go send text messages about what's going on to somebody. Really? I mean, stupid text. You'll see. Okay. So, 2024, when warrants were being executed, here's just a sampling of certain text. Okay? Sarah Dedmon to Lizzie Dedmon. Dad is probably going to be a huge suspect. Lizzie Dedmon to Sarah Dedmon. I just talked to David Teddy. That's the attorney we saw get up and talk for Mr. Redmond to the press and give the statement when none of them would be interviewed. This is Lizzie Dedmon to her sister Sarah Dedmon. I just talked to David Teddy. The theory is that I did it, accident, covered up. Another one that's Lizzie to Sarah. I want to do what Dad says. Okay? Then we have Sarah to Lizzie. Maybe we should have let you do what you originally wanted to do. That's not all. Gosh. What? I don't see any comments. I'm hoping I'm still live and this is getting out there. What do you guys think about that so far? Thank you was his. It looks really bad, I think, because I have split ends out the wazoo. I'm not wasting money on going to a hair salon, okay? If I can't do it myself with a pair of scissors and on the cheap, it'll just sound damning to you guys in this case. Or at the very minimal, do they seem like kind of dumb criminals? Oh, yes. The texts are you saying that it's sus that the texts are real, or are you saying the text make them sound sus? Just trying to clarify, because the texts are real. These actually came from the main news television station, print reporting station, and what I could pull from the warrants at the courthouse. It's what took me a little longer to go live than I wanted to today, but I wanted to make sure I dotted my I's and crossed my T's. And I'm not done. There's more text. You're good. No, I wanted to clarify for me so I understood, and could comment back right. I thank you for commenting too. And I agree with you. Yes, September of 2024, while they were these were messages between the two sisters, what I just read, while they were serving those search warrants and taking the car. When that car was going out on the rollback and the warrants was getting served, that's what they was texting to each other. There's more. That's not all of it, yet. Here's the breakdown. I don't know if y'all read what's in quotes and everything so that I made sure that I got it right. I agree. I'm surprised it takes so long too, but again, it's just the guy came forward and took the lie detector. Let me double check what I'm telling you because I got it wrote down. Let's see. In September of 2024 is when the guy came forward and gave this information. And they wasted no time putting him on a polygraph and executing search warrants. So I got to give it up to them. They have followed every lead and have not let this case die. Yeah, I hope that was sarcasm, Jerry, because they're not really smart. No. No, as far as I understand, he was not on his deathbed. I'm not sure. It doesn't give any information. I couldn't find anything out about what prompted him to finally tell that. I don't know if he got, was in trouble, sick, maybe, said he used to party, so maybe he used to do things that he's not doing now. I honestly don't know. It doesn't tell anything that would be his motive. I couldn't find anything that doesn't even denote his age. Just his first and last name, what his statements were, and that he has a polygraph. Oh, wait, y'all. There's more text, and then there's some statements that were made to Poe that, who, in my opinion, puts the nails in that coffin. But here we go. These sisters texted each other about their dad. It does not say which sister sent what to whom, but this conversation was back and forth between Lizzie Dedmond and Sarah Dedmond. Okay? And what it says, in quotes, you don't want something we do or say to impact him, but we also can't be living like this either. Let me read that again with not stammer and stutter. This is the two sisters talking about their father and this case. One sister texts the other, and it does not tell me which sister. I look for everything. It doesn't denote. It just said it was a conversation. It says this is a text conversation between the two sisters about their dad. You don't want something we do or say to impact him, but we also can't be living like this either. Okay? It's not it. There's a next one. He was just like, I will call Teddy and we can go get a polygraph with the honest people. Okay? Now that is all text that you put out there. That doesn't mean that's all of them. That's all that's public at this point. Now, couple more bits of info. In 2024, Lizzie Dedmond, and let me make sure I give y'all the right last name. I might turn back. I apologize. Lizzie Dedmond Foster. She was executed, okay? That's not all. This month, February 2025, Lizzie was asked again to take a polygraph. She took that polygraph. She failed that polygraph. Mic drop. If that was the end, but that's not. There's more. Couple more things. But can y'all, okay? So, the Tad Melentine that made the accusations took a polygraph just this past September, and he passed. In September, Lizzie Dedmond Foster was asked to take a polygraph. She refused. February, she took a polygraph and she failed. That's this month. Just sometime between today and February 1st, she took a polygraph and failed. Okay. Now, next, Sarah Dedmond Capel concerning this case at all. Okay. Now, for the last notation that I have, wait till you hear this part, Bama. Lizzie Dedmond Foster also told investigators, they don't say if it was in September or February, but I'm thinking it was whenever she took the polygraph, because prior to that, she wasn't being cooperative. That makes sense. That's my whole thought process. Okay. Now, this coffee is really good, even though it's really cheap. Add a little bit of salt and it'll take the bitterness out. Bama, I think all three of them know, and I think the Popo know all three of them know, and I think the kindest thing that they could do, in my opinion, is tell the damn truth. Ain't nothing worse. I'm sorry. Not sorry. There's nothing worse for a parent than having to say goodbye to your child at any age. But that young, with a brighter future, good grades, good in sports. And it's just not a good look when the people that are implicated aren't cooperating, and their history shows that after desegregation, whatever happened got reported to whoever, and adults handled it from there out. The kids were too young to have been able to make certain choices and decisions. I'm gonna clean this. I'm gonna clean my nose right quick, y'all. Okay. Uh, I got extra heat going. It's got me extra stuffy, but it's snowing. If it's still out there peppering it down, I'll take the camera and let y'all see if it just don't show real good most of the time. Okay. So the last statement before we go on and talk about something else. Lizzie Dedmon Foster told investigators either in September or February, and I'm thinking February based on everything else that I found in the timeline of it. Quote, if my dad did it, comma, he did it, comma, but I had nothing to do with it, period, end quote. Do I need to repeat that? That was a lot, in my opinion. I don't know if I even want to talk politics at this point or if I want to stop this live. And what I think I'm going to do, you guys, at this point, I'm going to do 2 minutes worth of question and answer. If nobody has any questions, then I'm going to end this live. And after lunch, I don't want to give an exact time. I've got some paperwork to get to have to help facilitate the sale of the house and stuff. But what I was going to say is I'll try to say sometime between 12:30 and 2:30. Because I'm going to try to get around and go to the hospital and visit my friend that's off their ventilator and out of ICU. I got that good call and that good news. It was great to hear them on there. Their mom had called me and you know, January the 12th, I lost a really good friend. And for those people that think that fentanyl isn't a scourge out there, it is. And right now, they're investigating, so I'm not going to say her name. Our local authorities are investigating to find out who did it. Somebody switched, from what we can ascertain, and it's down to 3 people, and they're known. They're on camera. She had medication that she had just gotten filled at the pharmacy. I think somebody, this is my personal opinion based on what I've been told. It seems, let's say it that way, in my opinion, that someone had some fake spills and switched them out. Now, this is my personal friend that passed away on January the 12th. And vent thing. Wasn't known to do anything other than smoke Newports. And they're investigating. And there are 3 people, 3 persons of interest that would have had access. And I hope they burn them. She left behind a son that just graduated with honors and had a scholarship to go to NC State, partial sports for football and academics as well. She was a very proud mama and a good person. The whole time I knew her, I never even knew her to say nothing bad about somebody. Type person that give you the shirt off their back and listen to you, and you know, if you's wrong, she'd tell you you's wrong, but she'd listen to you. She might not have been rich when it came to money, but she was rich when it came to heart, and I love her and I miss her. I was one of the last people that she called. She was sending me a link to a game that you can play and download from the Play Store and actually make money off of to help with the research that I was doing. I'm sorry. I'm not going to tear up and I'm not going to cry. I want to pray for her and her family, you guys. Pray for Asia Degree and her family. Pray for little sister. Hopefully, at the very minimal, pray that the Lord put their heart in them to confess their sins. Because you might go through hell here, but you're going to have eternal hell if you don't get it off and do the right thing. I got you, True Crime. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Bama. Uh, and why do I think that it's taken so long? I think it had to be a change in a certain regime and people that had control. I've told you guys, and I don't think a lot of people, I think they thought maybe I was just saying certain things because it sounded right for Summer's case. But this area is just like Hawkins County in Washington and county and stuff in Tennessee. This is a good old boys type area. You know, you hear that certain families are who control the U.S., you know, people say Rockefeller and Vanderbilt. Well, does anybody remember what Biltmore House up the mountain in Asheville is? It's a Vanderbilt estate. You know, the Vanderbilts. The whole dairy, the whole milks and cows and everything, you know, Anderson Cooper's family. And you say certain names in certain areas, and it's like royalty, you know? The same people have been a part of the city council, county commission, family for hundreds of thousands of years owned the store, you know, like Little House on the Prairie, what was it, the Mercantile, and it's, you know, being that way. They own the land. They control the county, you know. I'm just thankful that regardless of what people believe or think, because you two make real land, real life for me as far as the way people perceive me and see me. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that I grew up here and I know a lot of people here on all sides of the tracks, per se. And I had done people dirty because at a time when I needed it, they were willing to step up and do. Strangers, strangers, but they knew my family, they knew my friends. So and so told them that I'm good people and, you know, whatever. And I tell y'all that because I want you to understand word of mouth is bigger than a television ad or an ad in the newspaper. Also, those same people have money and land and power. Whether it's because you belong to a certain organization or group, or you own money and people are afraid of you because of what you've done. And I'm not making any accusations towards any particular person. I'm saying in general, usually you got the same, like in my area, for instance, you got the same like 3 to 5 families that for generations have owned the majority of businesses and land and seats in local politics to where they're pretty much decision makers, and to go against them is like, you know, signing your own warrant. And I say that because to answer what took so long. What took so long was it took the guy 24 years to tell what he overheard at a party. It, I guess, took that long to not be scared. It took 24 years, 25 actually, almost to the day, to get a warrant for the cell phones. It took 25 years to get the daughter to take the lie detector test. I mean, she took it this month. This month was the 25th anniversary. That's the only answer that makes sense to me. Um, do you guys want me to try to go over what I took notes about, kind of going on in the political spectrum? I wanted to do some direct quotes and get y'all's thoughts on it. Now, I wanted to talk about all the plane wrecks and ship crashes, especially the ones involving our military, um, and, Delta and large other. 2:30. Since you guys are in the chat, there's 8 of y'all now. Just if you don't care, throw in a time that you would like to see it be, and I'll have updates as they come out on Asia's case. I agree, ma'am, and I'm definitely going to talk about that, as well as I have some direct figures on specific items in the Social Security Department and several other departments, and the dollar amounts and what's being cut, how certain tariffs are working, and some investigation I did on that and stuff. I noticed that. So that's why I'm also thinking that maybe if I wait till after lunch, when a lot of people are probably at work, that maybe the storm will be gone through and it'll be a little clearer. I'm going to try to find somewhere got better signal and set it up, but I've got my do not disturb is on, and it's saying I got 3 bars right now, but you couldn't tell me that. Every time I start reading a direct quote or trying to tell y'all something important about a case, it swirls on me. But since I'm having to go straight through YouTube, I can't show y'all documents, which really sucks. I'm trying to figure out a way to do that when my phone's all that I have internet on at the moment. Depending on what happens Friday, I don't even know what today's date is at the moment. That sucks. Today should be the 19th. Anyway, the 21st is the last day that I'll be here. If anybody can reach out to me privately, one thing I need help with, and it's free. If anybody knows of anywhere that's a good home for Pepper, please let me know. I can't take her with me. Shelter's not accepting anybody. They're literally putting ads in the paper and online, and even on the local cable channel, that they're doing free adoptions for the next 2 weeks because they have so many pets. And I don't know what to do. I don't want to give her up, but I also don't want her. Y'all know, I don't want to finish that statement. Anyway, she's a really good dog. Her training collar and her money tray, food balls and different water balls and the runner chain and her outdoor collar and all of her hairbrushes and de-shedder and shampoo and toothpaste and all of her stuff goes with her, no charge. If anybody knows anybody. Also, anybody that has Mr. Cooper, Rushmore, Rushmore Management, or Netstar as their lending provider, please email me ASAP. Or if you know somebody, have that person reach out to me if possible. Not want any personal information. It's not a scheme. Just want to tell them what I found out personally so they can be aware and forewarned. I will put it out publicly for everybody, but I have to wait until the final paperwork signed at the courthouse because I'm just trying to not be. I'm trying to hopefully get mom's estate settled and at least break even. I'm not trying to get rich, you know. I just don't want to pass debt to Lacey and Little Man. And you can inherit debt the same way you do inherit me. I found out. In case you didn't know, there you go. What was the other thing? There was something else. I wanted people to reach out and let me know if they knew anything about. Hopefully I'll remember I wrote notes and I didn't write notes about that, of course, just about what I wanted to talk to y'all about. But anybody that has any ideas for Pepper, please reach out. I'll make an announcement in the it used to be community tab section. Now it says post. It'll be sometime between 12:30 and 2:30 Eastern time today. I simply say that because I am trying to go to the hospital and visit my friend. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. They're off the ventilator. They're going to have to learn to walk and eat and everything again. But what we do it 3 times that they lost their life and were gone and brought back. And they were on a ventilator for 5 days, y'all. And they're off. They're going to a local hospital that's owned by Duke and do rehab therapy and hopefully be home safe and sound soon. But this flu and norovirus and viral pneumonia is no joke. Please stay safe and be careful out there, you guys. RSV, norovirus, flu type A, and viral pneumonia have been running rampant from middle of North Carolina all the way to the middle of Tennessee, as far as I know. And if you have anything that weakens your heart, your lungs, or your immune system, it's really bad on you. Our hospitals, they normally wouldn't send home because they just can't take anymore. It's bad. So my heart and my prayers go out to all those and the family of those that are dealing with that right now. And amen. And hopefully, finally, some peace and closure for Agent Degrees family. Congratulations again to Cassie, ASAP Rocky. If what Suge Knight saying about Ray J and Snoop's true, I hope they get took to jail. In my opinion, I think Suge Knight does have reasons to not like Snoop. Go back to purchasing Death Row. Let's see if there's anything else. Let's see, that's U.S. politics. I skipped that. I think that's pretty much everything that I had to talk about that didn't have to do with politics, U.S. news, and stuff. And Usher, check out that Usher and Kiki White interview if you're interested in that. It was quite informative. I think if reactions and if looks and reactions could answer questions, they sure said 1,000,000 words in that one. And I will see you guys this afternoon. Peace, love, and light. Thank you all for being here, and I will see y'all later today. Thank you all so much. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment, even if it just said I was here. Please. Comments and thumbs up helps so much in the algorithm. It helps get notifications pushed out there and get me in the recommended section to where actually people can see me. Insider. I'm not sure what that means. You meant, I don't think you meant iron. I think you should be on. I've been side eyeing him for a minute too. since that, since back in the day, to keep it 100. He had reasons, in my opinion. We'll discuss that in the next stage. But I love you all. I'm very thankful for those of you being here. And I hope to see y'all this afternoon. Peace, love, and light. See y'all, but not later tonight. Bye, y'all. Thank you so much.